Hello again everybody, welcome back. Thanks for joining us again, or if you're new, welcome. Hope you enjoyed the channel, and if you've got any comments to make, any suggestions, anything you'd like to see made, let me know in the comments and I will do. Also, if you'd like to like and subscribe for me please, because it does help, it makes a big difference, and I'd appreciate it. Anyway, now it's Fennel season. These have come out of my friend's garden. So we're going to do something with fennel. Before we do that, I'm going to show you with the fronds, as they're called. If you take them off, like we did with the celery, and put them on a baking sheet, and while the oven's heated, like warming up, I can put them all on a big tray. And then whenever you need any, it's aniseed flavour, and it's absolutely amazing. I made yesterday a fennel and orange salad, and the fennel is delicious. It's sweet and it's aniseed. If you don't like aniseed, you're not going to like it then much, you know, but if you do like aniseed, fennel, it's absolutely delicious. So take these off and put them on a tray, and we'll put them in the oven. There you go, just like that. Spread it out on a tray. I'm going to put it in the oven. It's on about 60 degrees, that's all. You don't need to burn it, you just need to, just literally to dry it out. So, oven's on about 60 at the moment. So, now, what we need to do is prepare the fennel. I'll take those off as well. Put those to one side. I didn't use all of it up, but we'll... Okay, so we'll cut off the top, because they are a bit tough, or can be. And then I'll take that off. Then we're going to peel away these outer leaves, because these are tough and they're dirty, so we'll get rid of these and we'll give it a good wash. One to wash, so I'll just cut that off. Just cut that bit off, and we'll make sure we cut that off before we. So that's like that. Then I'm going to cut this I'll cut it in half, and I'm going to cut that bit of bag out there, and it's on that one as well. Then we'll cut a bit more off that, and then I'm going to cut it into wedge. I'll give it a wash first, I think. Give it a wash, sorry, and then I'll cut it into wedges. 1 minute, we'll just give it a wash. One's a bit awkward. Just get rid of this. That's it. Now then, so we're going to cut it into sort of wedges, if you like. It's actually, I haven't told you the name of what we're making. It's potato and fennel gratin, and you can have it as a side dish, you can have it as a main course. If you're vegetarian, you know, might be enough for you. So we're going to do fennel and potato, and it should be good. So, next step. Right, now I've got a pan of boiling water. So we're just going to put the fennel wedges in the water, just to cook for about 5 minutes. Just soften them up a bit. Like that, soften up a bit. And while we're waiting for that, I'll just peel a potato. Just got sort of a medium-sized potato. I'm going to peel it and we're going to put it into thin slices. And then once the fennel's done, I'll drop them into the water for a minute or two just to soften them up again. Just to speed up the cooking, because they're going to go in a bowl, in a little casserole dish. And baked in the oven. So we'll just peel the potato. Give it a wash. And then I'm going to cut it in really, not too thin, you don't want crisps, but thin slices. I'm just thinking maybe if they were crisp-like, they might be crunchy on top, but we add some breadcrumbs on top to make it crunchy on top. It should be really good, and it's done with bechamel sauce, so I'll show you again how we're going to make the bechamel. But once that's done, another 5 minutes and that should be ready, and then we'll get the potatoes in, make the bechamel, and then we'll assemble it a bit like a lasagna, but nothing like a lasagna, if you know what I mean. It's good for vegetarians. It could be gluten-free if you use cornflour for the sauce instead of, you can make just a white sauce with cornflour, you don't have to do a bechamel, but you could melt butter and milk together and just thicken it with cornflour. That would then give you like a bechamel sauce without the gluten. Okay, so for the bechamel we've got 20 grams of butter, 20 grams of flour and 200 grams of milk. Depending on the size you want. So if you were doing a large dish of lasagna or moussaka, something that calls for a lot of bechamel, then what you do is it's 20 grams, or for example 20 grams flour, 20 grams butter and 200, so it's times 10 for the milk. Alright, so if you were doing 40 grams of flour, 40 grams of butter, 400 mils of milk. And millilitres and grams do weigh the same. Then there's, say, so a big one is like about 80 grams of butter, 80 grams of flour and 800 mils of milk, or bigger. So it goes up, that's how you work it out. That's the easiest way to do a bechamel. Okay, so we've got this. We've got the potatoes ready, we've got the fennel boiling away there, and we're going to make a bechamel in a minute. Right, I've taken the fennel out of the pan, and I've just dropped the potato slices in. Oh, if it'll stay on, it'll be half the job. And they're just going to boil away. And so what we're going to do in the meantime, we're going to make the bechamel. Put your pan on, we'll turn that down a touch, and like we did last time, in with the butter, let it start melting in a sec, and then we'll put the flour and the milk straight in my version. Well, actually it was a lady I knew, and she used to be a pastry chef. And she said to me one day, "You don't still use the old method, do you?" And I said, "Wow, what's the other method?" And she showed me this way to make bechamel. She said you could just throw it all in, so we do. So, mix that round, we'll get that, turn it down a touch, it's a bit too fierce. We'll get the butter melted and make the roux, as they call it. Now a lot of chefs will also tell you to warm your milk up for your bechamel, but you don't need to again. And I think it's actually better that you don't, because then you put in your cold milk in and you're cooking the flour longer, because if you put warm milk in, then it's going to cook quicker. Just mix in a bit with the roux. There we go. You keep stirring it because it'll start to go thick pretty quick. We'll get some salt and pepper in while we're at it. Salt and pepper. Pepper. Oh, that's hot. There we go. It's coming to. It cooks very quickly anyway. So if you were to put hot milk in or warm milk, then it's going to be cooked in no time, and I don't think it'll give the flour enough time to cook, and you don't want it uncooked flour in it because it won't taste good. So there we go. There we go, nice and smooth bechamel. Very easy. Right, next step. We've got a frying pan. And we're going to put a knob of butter in this frying pan. And we're going to take let that melt for a minute. So the potatoes, I think, are enough because they'll cook in the dish. Get this nicely softened, and then we're just going to take the wedges and put them in. This will have lots of flavour. I'm just going to get some colour on them. Make them taste really good. Ouch, I stuck my finger in there. That doesn't help. Don't stick your fingers in the hot butter. You all know about it. Try and get flat sides as much as you can. We're getting a bit hot. There we go. I'll do those as well in a sec. Oh, the joy of dogs. I haven't put any, I'll put a little bit of salt on here, just to flavour them, just to bring the flavours out, because we haven't got any on yet. We haven't put any flavour seasoning in. There we go. Those are the potato slices. Get them out and then they can cool a little bit. And I don't burn my hands. Get your potato slices out, see? Nice thin slices. They'll be quite well cooked, those. Should be half cooked at least. Alright, so that's that finished with. So, turn it up a touch because it's going to be quiet. Let's get a nice colour. I'm not going to fry the potatoes as well, it's just the fennel. Just get a little bit of colour on that, because, and then the potatoes will be fine. The potatoes will go mostly near the top, to be honest. 2 minutes and we can start assembling. I saw an Italian making this on YouTube the other week, and I've added the potatoes, but I'm doing it the way that the Italian girl did, to try and keep it quite authentic. And I'm sure they probably would put potatoes in it in different regions of Italy. I just thought a bit of potato would make it a nice, accompaniment or main meal with potatoes. So let's have a look. Start turning them over. Oh, that's it. Just a little bit of colour on like that. A little bit of colour. There we go. That's nice. Oh, that's well done. It's nice. It's good. Not a problem. There we go. Come on, your little dibble. That's it. Turn over. And that one. There we go. That's nice. So you've got your fennel with a lovely colour on. potatoes are done, I'm going to do this last bit of fennel as well. Just get the other side coloured. I've got the fronds in the oven. That seems to be doing okay. At the moment, are we dried? Oh, not far off. Oh, really good. Another few minutes for them. Let them carry on before we put until we put the other stuff in the oven, and then, so there we go. Okay, that should be right. Oh, it does smell good. It smells really good. I've never really bothered with fennel much myself, and my friend said, oh look, there you go, there's some fennel bulbs for you. I'm thinking, alright, what am I going to do with them? So I had a look at the recipe, and I tried it. Well, I actually made fennel and orange salad. I think I said this before. And God, I couldn't believe how good it was. The orange, just slice it really thinly, and just like peel an orange and cut the pieces of orange up, and really good. I think I might have to have that dog adopted. I think he's barking at fresh air. He is old though, bless him. Put these last bits of fennel in, get some colour on them. Ooh. Flambéed. So, right, 2 minutes. Right, there we go. So, we've got the bechamel, the potatoes and the fennel. So what we're going to do, get a nice little dish, and we're going to put a layer of the bechamel in the bottom of the dish. Nice layer. Like that. And then, hopefully I can stand the pin, a layer of your fennel. And little bits. I've got asbestos hands, so you can use tongs, of course. I think I might like to put a little bit of a layer of potatoes there. And of course a little bit of seasoning as we go, because there's no seasoning on the potatoes yet. Just a tiny bit, because overall you'll be eating it all together and you don't want it to be so salty. I have to go into that. You know what I mean, you don't want to ruin it with salt, but you want it to taste, bland potatoes. So, that's that. Then we'll put another bit of bechamel, I think. Just a little bit there. In between the layers. And then we'll put the rest of the fennel on, like that. Yeah, working in a restaurant kitchen, you do get asbestos hands. You get used to it. So that's like that. Then we're going to I'll put the layer of potatoes there. The last layer. Like this. You see. I'm sorry, I'm using the wrong hand. I should show you with this hand. So all I'm doing now is layering the potatoes. This will be nice. Should be really tasty. This. So get the rest. And there we go. And the rest of the bechamel will go on top. If you haven't ever tried fennel, you should try it, because it really is nice. I've started to try fennel in the past, but never really got into it, and yesterday I couldn't believe it. It was so good. The salad, and the fennel is sweet. It's the aniseedy flavour, but I've always loved aniseed from being a kid. Well, that potato's nice and soft, so it won't take long for that to finish cooking. Alright, let's hope that we haven't over-seasoned it, I don't think. I didn't put any more salt on them potatoes. I'm hoping that we've got enough in the bechamel. There we go. So, we've got that. Now then, to make the topping crunchier, we're going to sprinkle it with breadcrumbs. These are real breadcrumbs, not your rubbish out of a packet. If you've got any stale bread left, just keep hold of it. I mean, if you haven't got a food processor, just grate it. You know, just grate it, and you can get it as small as possible with your grater. And there we go. I've got a dog trying to break into the kitchen now. So that's that. Well, sit down. They drive me nuts. They've had their dinner, they've been outside, and the water's out there with them. It's not like they need water. And they drive me up the wall. Right, I'm going to grate a little bit of some Parmesan, or Gran Padano. If you don't have Parmesan, Gran Padano is a bit cheaper. And I don't know where you are in the world, you can tell me if you like. You know, and some places, I mean, it's cheaper in Italy than to buy Parmesan, but it does the same trick. I think an Italian cheese connoisseur would be able to tell you the difference if you gave it to him and pretended it was Parmesan. Well, I've been very generous grating that. I'm not going to use all that, I don't need it. But I'll be generous with it. Okay, so we're just going to put a little bit of cheese on top. The rest of it I will save. I won't throw it away. That'll do for pasta tomorrow. I did a pasta. I don't know if anybody's interested in pasta dishes. If you are, let me know, because I've got so many different ones I can do. I know we had pasta. We had a lot of pasta dishes on our menu in the restaurant. We did vongole, that's with clams or mussels, and the Italians love it. It's mussels or clams with lemon, chilli, parsley, white wine. Absolutely delicious. So, there we are, all nice and ready. She did put a little bit of butter on top, which I will do just because I watched the Italian girl do it first, and so we'll do it the way she did. There's a dog breaking into the kitchen. That dog, what are you doing? So, just thin slices like that, and then just little bits. It just makes it unctuous. Just like that. And then I'm going to take that, they should be done actually, the fronds off the fennel. I'm going to take them out. I might add a little bit of pepper to the top of that. Actually, I like pepper. A little bit of pepper on top. There we go. So, I'm going to put that in the oven now on about 200 degrees, and it should take about 20 to 25 minutes, and it should be absolutely delicious. Let's hope. Okay, so I'll put a picture up of the finished product. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you'll come and visit us again. If you haven't been before, please do come back. Please like and subscribe. Also, please leave comments if you've tried it and you've done a good job and you liked it, or if there's something you changed about it to suit yourself. Let me know, tell me about it. And like I say, if there's anything you want me to make, I'm making trifle. Let me think. It'll be Tuesday, Wednesday or Thursday. I'm going to make a trifle because I was asked by a lady to make a trifle. So if you're watching, your trifle's coming up. Thanks again for watching and joining us, and I hope we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.